Can you answer?
Yes!
Okay. Anyway,
No one open.
you know, I have been doing the business for 21 years. And I have a lot of experiences. Because maybe you came because you want to listen to a speaker who has really succeeded. No? Because they told you, oh, this guy, you know, Osler became a star agent in one day. He became a ruby in 3 weeks, a diamond in 4 months. So he was able to buy so much cars. He was able to travel to more than 65 countries. No? So everything that they told you is true. Everything they told you is true. No? But you haven't seen me when I was starting out. You haven't seen me when I struggled in this business. See? So that if you're struggling right now in the business and you're having a hard time, not really pursuing prospects, no, selling or sharing your products, I can understand how you feel because I got through that. No, I'm not an accidental millionaire. I am not an accidental diamond. No? If I were earning so much now, if I am living the life of my dreams right now, it is because I deserve it, because I work for it the right way. No? So, I used to be a civil engineer. No? I'm a licensed civil engineer. Why did I become a licensed civil engineer? Because just like you, no? Just like you, my parents told me, Osler, school, get good grades, find yourself a safe, secure job. You go to the Middle East. Find yourself a job there that's well-paying, and then save enough money you can get every dream that you have. I did not join DXN because of the products, honestly. I did not join DXN because of Ganoderma. No. I joined DXN because I want to earn money.
Yes! Yes!
Now, who among you here wants to earn money?
All wants money. No.
Can you give yourself a big again? No? But I will not be here after 21 years if the products are not good. Right? Because the products should speak for themselves. And I'm a product of the product. No? But I'm not ashamed to admit that I really came to DXN because I want to earn a lot of money. No? I became a civil engineer. I followed my parents' advice. No, I was licensed after 5 years. So I immediately applied for a job, no, in Saudi Arabia. My dream company, do you want to know? Aramco. Aramco. So I applied, but the placement agency, no, asked for so much money. In 1984, they asked for so much money, and I could not even afford to buy a flight ticket from my city to Manila. No, how can I pay them so much money, no? When I was poor, so my dreams fell apart because I thought to myself, how could I ever get my dreams if I cannot work abroad? And I was just like you. No? But my classmates told me, Osler, don't worry. I asked, why? Because you are a professional. You work with the government. Apply for a job with the government. So I applied. After 2 years, I got a job. No, I was a project inspector of the local water utilities administration. But I only lasted for 1 month. Do you know why? Because the salary was so low that I could not even buy a car after working for that agency for 5 years. So I forgot about this civil engineering thing. Then I applied for another job. Why? Because that was the only thing that I knew at that time. Now for me, I thought that working for somebody else was the way to really become financially free. Now, you know, when I look at people coming from Saudi Arabia, people coming from Dubai, when they go home to the Philippines, oh, they look like they have hepatitis. You know why? Their body is so full of gold. They have gold here, and sometimes the teeth is full of gold. So that it felt that, oh, these people are rich. But I realized that they were never rich. They were only showing off. No? They keep on bringing in alcohol, no? Johnny Walker, and let their friends drink. Not knowing they are really broke. They just pretend to be rich. See? So I actually was deceived. So I worked again as a pharmaceutical representative. No? I was the legal drug pusher. No, I visited doctors, no, presented my medicine so that they can prescribe. And then I create the demand, the drugstore will buy, I meet my quota, I'm paid my incentives, I'm able to provide my family with food. So I looked great at the time. No? I was wearing a tie, I was wearing long sleeves all the time, I was in slacks, I was wearing shiny shoes, I had a very shiny bag, a big one full of medicines, and then I was driving a shiny car. That was not mine, it was the company's car. I worked there for 10 years. And do you know what I accumulated? Debt. I only accumulated debt. And I had a lot of it. And I was afraid because I could not pay my debts anymore. I was afraid to go to jail. So I prayed to God. I prayed to God. I asked God, God, can you please give me a business? Because I'm afraid to go to jail. But please give me a business that will not involve a lot of capital. Because you know that I have no money. And the second condition I gave God was, if you are going to give me a business, be sure that the business that you give me is a business that I can do, because I'm not a businessman. I'm an employee. And I'd like to thank God. Do you know why? He gave me DXN.
Yes.
He gave me DXN. And what did I do? This is the thing that separates an ordinary distributor and a successful one. My friends, when I joined DXN, I did not have money. Because I did not have a job. I was so indebted. So when I joined this business, I asked my wife to borrow money from her sister, 30 dirhams. I asked her to borrow 30 dirhams because I did not have a single peso in my pocket. I just told my wife, you borrow 30 dirhams, we will join DXN and I will pay her tomorrow. And it happened, I was able to pay because in one day I became a star agent, as I've told you. See? Do you know how much my first check was? It was about 8,000 rupees. Second month, it was about 14,000 rupees. Third month, about 34,000 rupees. Fourth month, it was about 46,000 rupees. And on my fifth month, it was about 176,000.
Wow.
And the rest is history. Because the Philippine peso is just like the Indian rupee. No? I don't know how much is it in dirhams, but that was the first checks that I received. No? Then why am I sharing this to you? Because it can happen. But you must do it. You know, when I was just starting out, I did not understand the marketing plan. I did not know what this coffee was all about. I did not understand what this Ganoderma. Actually, I was scared about the Ganoderma looked. No, I was afraid. No? But I love the taste of the coffee. And I know people will love the taste of the coffee. I did not go approaching people, oh, if you have cancer, you will be healed. No, I didn't do that. That's difficult to do. I'm not a doctor, I'm an engineer. See?
Yes.
But I know that at the time, a lot of people drank coffee in the Philippines. So I just really focus on the coffee. No? And I tried to recall, what did I do? What did I do? Well, would you like to know? Would you like to know?
Yeah.
I just did it. I just did it. I actually prepared a training program for you. No? But you know, if I just keep on talking here, I keep on talking, and I talk about what you don't need, then you will not you will not enjoy this presentation, right? So I would rather ask you now. Remember, I have more than 22 years of experience in this industry. I'm not an accidental successful person in this industry. I am successful because I learned to do it the right way. So what I will be doing now is just asking questions. No? And if you want to succeed, you better ask the right questions. Because I will try my best to answer them. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
So what is the first thing you'd like to know about how to succeed in this business? Anybody?
Product sales.
Huh?
Product selling.
Product selling. What about product selling would you like to know?
Like
How to sell products?
How to sell product.
Okay, so
like,
let's...
like you.
Like me?
Yeah.
Okay. So how to sell products, huh?
Yeah.
How to sell products. What else? What else would you like to know? Don't be ashamed.
You always doing working like energetic. So what is your energy secret of energy daily?
Secret of becoming passionate.
Yes.
Right. Secret, what is how, no, okay, anyway.
Not ready?
How to become passionate. Is that correct, my friend?
Yes,
Okay. How to become passionate all the time, right?
correct.
What else? What else would you like to know?
Time management.
Time management. How to manage time. Okay. What else?
How you become a star agent in one day?
How did I become? Okay. How to become
Star
promoted? Is that right? Okay. Promoted fast, no?
Yes.
Because you might be a diamond and you would like to become a star agent. No? So how to, how to become promoted fast? Is that the question? Okay.
We have to tell the team, no? So
Uh-huh.
we have
What
to
else?
tell the team.
What else? Don't be shy.
You
Come on, because when will be the next time that I'll be talking to you?
when you come before here, that time your program be very energetic about the decision. That's why you take decision, then you can happening everything. So you can really share something.
So what's the question?
Actually, for people, for decision can be changed. Something.
Okay, how to make a decision? Is that it? How to make a decision? Is that it?
And that program is message when you take decision for town ambassador, then you can like.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't understand the question, but anyway, we will arrive to that. No, so what else do you want to know? Yes.
What was your strategy to aid the people in this company?
How
What was your strategy
to
What
Aid
is
the
strategy?
to
aid the people in
Invite
this
people.
company?
invite people?
Yeah.
So how to invite people? Is that the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Strategy.
How to invite people? What else? Yes.
Why people should use DSM products?
Why people should use? So how to sell? Or why people should use? But it actually falls in this category. How to sell products? Because to make people use the products, then you have to sell. Am I correct? Okay. What else? What else? How to build a team? Okay.
It's
How to build a team?
also just at place leadership.
A team, yeah. How to build a team? Okay. How to become a leader? Is that the question?
Good leadership, how we can build.
Yeah. How to become a leader? Okay. What else? there are no things as bad leaders, no? Because you will never be a leader if you are bad. Remember that. So what else? What other questions would you? What other concerns would you like to address tonight? Because I'll try my best to answer every question that you have. Even if you want to marry, how to choose a woman, I can teach you. Because I've been married already, you know. What else? No, it's just kidding. So what else? And just like I just would like to lighten your spirit so that you'll be looser. So looser, you loosen up. No? What else? What else? No more questions? Yes.
For third world countries, they for them products are expensive.
Mm. Oh,
That is the reality.
okay.
So how I can approach?
Okay, so how to handle the objection, why are products expensive?
Yes.
Huh? Why are your products expensive? This is an objection actually. So we will be answering this one. Okay, what else? What else?
Many people doing business in Europe, I seen they are continue joining also online, get bonus also online, and get collect payment also online. This is how kind actually I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Many European people doing directly maximum online.
Mm-hmm.
They
So
are-
online business. Okay.
Online.
How to do online business?
Yes.
How to sell products?
Is payment also online, get bonus also online, and
Yeah.
create idea also online.
All right.
There's a question which has come from USA.
Uh-huh.
How to earn big money monthly?
Okay, how to earn big time. Okay. How to earn big time. Okay. What else?
Big money,
Big man. Right?
Yeah, big time.
big time.
Okay. What else? Are these the only questions you have? Okay, but anyway, these are legitimate questions, and I'm going to answer them, no, the best way I can. So let's start with
Yes.
how to sell products. How do you sell products? How do you sell products? Huh? What do you think is the best way to sell products? Any suggestions?
Use and share.
Focus on health.
Focus on health. What else?
Only use product and sell.
Use the products and sell?
Use and share.
Use and share. How do you do it?
Just to focus on people health related.
Focus on health and
And they are get benefit. Healthy people health can always can get a healthy life, and unhealthy people can healthy.
health, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But they asking so many questions.
Huh?
We are telling our product no chemical. We are telling our product natural. But they reading when they reading, they will say so many questions asking.
Okay. Do you know why they ask a lot of questions?
Because they are doing business.
Because of you. They ask a lot of questions because of you. Do you know that when I sell products, I almost get no questions at all. Do you know why? Because for me, it's just my opinion, I don't know about you. For me, the best way to sell is to just share my story. And the best way to demonstrate to you how effective it is to share my experience. Do you want that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you an example. This is the way I sell products. I do not sell products like, do you know what? If you drink this coffee, you will become healthy and you'll never become sick. Do you know why? Because our coffee contains ganoderma. And you know, ganoderma contains organic germanium. And organic germanium is a substance that helps our cells utilize 1.5 times. No, utilize oxygen 1.5 times more than usual. So that if your cells are oxygenated well, they will become healthy. And if the cells are healthy, the tissues will be healthy, the body organs will be healthy, and the body as a whole will be healthy. And try to look at your prospect. Do you know how will they look? They will look like this. Do you know why? Because they have not understood a thing that you're saying. They have not understood a thing that you're saying. You are telling them, you are sharing to them the wrong things. You are telling them what they don't like to hear. Remember that. Do you know why? When you tell people, oh, our coffee is the best because it contains the best ganoderma, it's organic, it doesn't contain chemicals. They will not listen to you. Do you know why?
Right.
Because to them, They will only think that you're telling it to them because if they buy products, you will earn money. That's why you avoid people who are salesmen. That's why we avoid people who sell insurance policies. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Have you noticed when you enter a mall, you see people, no? You see people giving out flyers. What do? Do you approach them?
No.
Why? Why do you not approach them? Because you are a person who doesn't want to be taken advantage. Right? Who among you here would like to be taken advantage of? Nobody. That's why when you see somebody who's smiling and has a flyer, oh sir, good morning.
Only promoting, yeah. Very nice.
We avoid these people at all costs. Right? Because human as we are, we don't like to be taken advantage of. So we avoid, we put a wall in front of us. Now how do you break that wall? You just share your story. And I'd like to share to you an example, no? So that you will understand. Now, I have a Pajero I use for mountain climbing. No? And something went wrong with the engine, so the mechanic told me to bring the injection pump to a calibration shop. No? So I was bringing this injection pump. I went to the calibration shop and I asked the owner, what's your name? He told me he's Eric. And I asked him a very simple request. I told him, Eric, can we please, I'd like to have my injection pump repaired, but I would like to talk to you outside your office. Let's go outside, please. Then he asked me, why? Because your office smells like diesel fuel. And I have a problem with that. Because if I smell diesel fuel, my eyes will turn red, it will become very itchy, my tears will flow, my phlegm will flow, and then I will start sneezing. Every time I take a bath in the morning, I have these attacks. And it feels very uncomfortable because sometimes it will last for 30 minutes. Imagine taking a bath every day and having those attacks every day. I tried every medication that the doctor prescribed to me, nothing happened. And I told him, I even approached a specialist, no? A nose specialist. And it tried pumping my nose every week. Do you know what? Before, my nose was pointed. Now it's disappointed. Look at this one. It's disappointed. Why? Because he keeps on pumping, no? He will put water inside my nose. No? He will tell me, okay, Osler, don't breathe using your nose. You just breathe through your mouth because I'm going to flood your nose with water. And once it's filled, he will get this gadget. He will squeeze this other nostril and put this gadget here. And he will suck everything there. Sometimes my nose bleeds. And nothing happened. I did it every week. Nothing happened. There was one day I told myself, wow, I will be suffering for the rest of my life. Because I cannot do anything about my condition. But one day, one guy told me, Osler, why don't you try this coffee? And I told myself, why not? I will do everything in my capacity to get rid of this problem. So I thought, okay. So I drank this coffee every day. Every day, 1 cup. Breakfast, no 1 cup. After 3 weeks, I didn't notice that my body was so happy. It was like jumping all around it. It was like telling me, Osler, continue on what you're doing. Do you know why? Because I never noticed, I did not notice, that after taking a bath for 3 days, I didn't have the attacks. And it has been 21 years. I told Eric, it has been 21 years now that I only can count the attacks on my fingers. Before it was every day. Now I asked this golden question. Eric, do you know of anybody who would need this product? And he told me, what kind of product is that? I told him, Lindsay Coffee. Have you heard about that? He told me, no. Then he asked me this question. Is it good for me? Will it work for me? Then I asked him, why? What is your problem? Well, during night time, I keep on going back to the toilet because I could not urinate. And every day it happens to me, no? I cannot urinate. I keep on going back and wake up and nothing comes out. Will it work for me? And I answered that, honestly, Eric, I don't know if it will work for you or not. Because it's not my condition. But even if we have the same problem, I cannot guarantee you because we have different bodies. Then I asked him, but are you willing to try? Would you like to try, Eric? He told me, how much is one bag of coffee? Then I answered him, it depends. So he was so shocked. Huh? It depends? Yes. How much do you drink coffee every day? Then he answered, oh, I drink twice a day. One in the morning, one in the afternoon. Oh, you know, Eric, one bag of Lindsay coffee contains 20 sachets. So that if you drink 2 cups of coffee every day, one will last you for 10 days. We have 30 days in a month. So in a month, you can consume about 3 bags. But you know, Eric, when I was just starting out, I didn't really, I doubted if it will work for me or not. So I just tried 1 bag. So Eric, how many bags will you order? 1 or 3 bags? Then he told me, oh, I'd like to try 1 bag. How much is it? Oh, it's just 540 pesos. Okay, try to bring me 1 bag. So I left the office, I went to the product center, I bought 1 bag, I delivered it. Where is your coffee, Eric? It's 540 pesos. And he told me, okay, here's 570. Oh no, Eric, it's just 570 pesos. I already earned 90 pesos out of that. No, you just keep the additional 30 pesos for your gasoline. End of the story. Now let me ask you this question. Did Eric ask me who manufactured this coffee? Did he ask? Is it made by a company? Did he ask? No. No. Did he ask what's inside the coffee? Did he ask, is there ganoderma in the coffee? Then why did he buy? Did he tell me that the product is expensive? But why did he buy? He even added 30 pesos. Why did he buy?
You are telling her express.
Because I never sold the product. He sold the product to himself. He convinced himself that I should try this one. I did not do the convincing for him. I did not sell. He sold the product to himself. And that's where we have a problem. Because we always try hard to impress our client. That's not the case. When you tell people that it contains ganoderma, he will always tell you, so what? You are only telling me that because if I buy your coffee, you will earn money. There's always vested interest. So to take away that vested interest, let them decide for themselves. My technique was to let them decide for themselves. Right? Imagine if somebody will ask you, this is the common problem here, is it good for me because I have urination problem? Oh, you know what? This is very good for you. This will really help you. You're already selling. Who among you here watches television series? No? When you watch it for 3 days, something happens, you cry. Why do you cry? Because you can relate. When you share stories and you have experienced them, you are actually experiencing what the characters are experiencing. So when you sell, my friends, you only tell stories so that they can relate. See, so that they can relate. Imagine, until now, he's my regular customer. And he never asked me if there is ganoderma inside. Why? Because they made the decision. Remember? If somebody asks you, will it work for me? What will you answer? You always answer this way. I don't know if it will work for you. But are you willing to try the product? See? How much? It depends. See? You're not after the sale. You're actually helping. See? Because if they see you that you are really sincere in helping them, relieve their condition, they will buy from you. And they will never buy from anybody but you. Remember that. Now, even if they tell them, oh, you can get my coffee lower, 50 pesos. They will not buy from you. Do you know why? Because he already trusted somebody, right? Are you learning?
Yes.
Yes.
So you never sell, you just share your story. Same with the business opportunity. No? What's actually happening in the market? Why do I know how to share the techniques? Because I was once like you. You go out the street, you meet people. When you meet people, "Oh, I have a business opportunity. You know, you must attend the training because that speaker there is a millionaire and he will teach us how to earn money. And if you join, we can become millionaires." They will never come.
Yes.
So stop telling people that they will become millionaires here. Stop! Do you know why? When you tell them, there you will become millionaires. And if they ask you, now, are you a millionaire?
No.
That's why we're stopped on our tracks. Because you're doing it the incorrect way. What's the correct way? My friends, this is the correct way. This is how I approach people, and it's very effective. You just share your story. Have you really asked yourself why you're doing the exit? Have you asked yourself why you're doing the exit? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Can you do the exam? No, don't be ashamed. No, you can just share.
I don't know.
I don't know. How about you, my friend? Why are you doing the exam?
I'm doing for my future.
Your future. How about you?
For money.
Huh?
For money.
Huh?
I'm doing the action for the money.
For the money. How about you?
Like freedom.
Huh?
Freedom.
Freedom. How about you, my friend?
Freedom.
How about you?
Freedom.
How about you?
Resident.
How about you?
Freedom.
How about you?
Never fail.
Freedom. Freedom.
Fail.
When you tell people that I'm doing the exam because I want freedom, they can never understand it. They will never understand you. I joined the exam for the money. Do you know how you do it? You just be sincere about why you are doing this business. Why are you here in Sharjah?
For money. For money. For money.
Huh?
For money. For money.
Yeah, how about you?
For money.
For money. How about you?
All for money.
All for money. Am I right?
Yeah.
Why did you leave your families in the first place? What? What is the reason?
Money.
Yeah.
Money.
Now, how can you communicate to people that effectively? Simple, my friends. Make it a very simple story. Don't tell people, oh, you can become millionaires here. This is a golden opportunity. The products are very good. They are the best because they contain Ganoderma. Chalo, chalo, chalo. You know, when you approach people, you just tell your story. You will never be concerned about the status of the individual. Whether he's your boss, he is the manager of the bank, he's the VP of a Burj Khalifa, you will never have a problem because you're just sharing your story. You know what? I'll give you an example. When I approached before, I do this. Do you know why I'm doing the exam? Because I have no job right now. I used to earn the income of a bank manager. I'm doing the exam because I have no job and I have difficulty buying even a kilo of rice every day. I have a problem paying for the tuition of my children every quarter of the month, every quarter of the year. I'm doing the exam because I just would like to earn additional, extra, so that I don't have to suffer. I have seen something in this company that will change my life. My friends, if you do it that way, people will believe you. So stop telling people that you will become millionaires here. You are actually selling. You share your story. Can you do that?
Yes.
Even without people training you, you can do that because you are being sincere. Am I correct or am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. You are right.
I am doing this business because I would like to help myself. I'm having a hard time right now. I left my family in Bangladesh. I left my family in Nepal. My son is just 2 months. I am suffering because I cannot see them. I could not even afford an internet connection. I could not even go home once a year. When you say that, and it's true, people will know. And people will join you. Am I clear or very clear?
Very clear.
So did I answer this question already?
Yes.
Yes. No? You don't even have to learn what is inside the coffee. You don't even have to learn about the marketing plan. When you share your story, you are always correct. And people would empathize with you. Am I clear or very clear?
Yes.
How do you become passionate? Anybody? How do you become passionate? When I asked you a very simple question a while ago, you couldn't even answer me. Why? Because you are not passionate. Why am I so enthusiastic? You are not even my downlines. Why? Do you want me to answer the question? Because you are so silent? You are not passionate because you don't know what you want. You can never be passionate if you are doing something and you are targeting something that you don't want. More than 90% of people don't know what they want. That's why they fail. That's why they are unhappy. That's why they are suffering. Maybe I'm confusing you right now. Because a lot of people here would target. What is your target? Your upline will ask you, oh, I am targeting 3,000 dirham every month from doing DXN. Well, that's okay. But if I am your upline, the immediate question I will ask after is 3,000 dirham what you really want? Is 3,000 dirham the income that you really want? Because if you don't want 3,000 dirham every month, even if it's a small amount, you will not get it. Because there's a secret to achieve it. There's a certain secret, there's a certain ingredient required for you to achieve. And do you want to know what is it? Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Do you want to know? Do you really want to know? Okay. The secret is burning desire. Burning desire. If you are pursuing something that you want, there will be burning desire. And if there's burning desire, you will be passionate. You will know if you are chasing something that you want. Do you know why? It will make you jump out of bed in the morning. If you wake up in the morning and you feel lousy, you don't really know what you want. You should be targeting something that would make you jump out of bed. Now, who among you have wives here or husbands? Can you please raise your hand? No one. You are all single. Only one is married. Huh? Who among you here had boyfriends or girlfriends? Can you please raise your hand? Come on, don't be shy. How can you become millionaires if you cannot even admit that you have boyfriends or girlfriends? That's a very simple question. Now, can you remember the first day that you met your husband or your wife or your girlfriend? Do you remember the feeling? Huh?
Yes.
Do you remember the feeling? What did you feel? What did you feel when you first saw your crush, my friend? Huh? Did you feel lousy?
No.
Or did you feel that your heart was up, like jumping outside of your chest? Did you feel like
Something inside.
Huh?
Something inside.
Something inside? You don't know what's going on inside of your head. And when you went home, you were like grilled corn. No, when you grill corn, you just You lie down there and you keep rolling, you keep on rolling, and you wanted the morning to come immediately because you want to see her again, right?
Yeah.
And you kept on asking yourself, how could I talk to this girl? How will I know her name? How can I talk to this guy? I hope that he approaches me. Did you feel that?
Yes.
That is burning desire. And that feeling should accompany when you are targeting something. If desire is not there, then you have not decided what you really want. So when you go home tonight, my friends, I would like you to find a little corner, stay silent for about 30, 40 minutes, and ask yourself, Jimmy, what do I really want? I cannot answer that for you. Only you can answer it yourself. Am I clear or very clear?
Very clear.
And don't set inhibitions. Don't put parameters. Oh, because we were trained, no? When we were children. Oh, I would like to buy a Ferrari, but I don't think I can. No, don't put limitations. Just think about what you want and just keep on thinking about it. If you have it, how would you feel? Supposing you want to buy a car, what kind of car do you really want? You should see what color is it. Even though if it's so weird, but for as long as you want it. No, you should imagine the smell of the upholstery. You should feel the G-force when you step on the gas. You should be able to feel this one. Because if you cannot feel these, then you'll not be able to buy. Right now, I give you an example. I really want to buy this, this Vespa scooter. A red one. A Vespa scooter, Primavera. It's not small, it's not big, but it's just right for me. When I keep on riding this bike, even if I don't own it yet, because my wife doesn't want me to buy it. But I really want it, whenever I see it, my heart will jump for joy. And I would imagine myself driving it from my city to another city. Prospecting people, wearing this cool jacket, and then wearing this ASIC shoes. I actually imagine myself driving that, and I am sure I'm going to buy it. Because that's how I dream. See? You should be very passionate. When I see a Vespa, it's just a scooter. It costs nothing. But I really want it. See? And that's what makes me going. Have you understood my point? Have you understood my point?
Yes.
Of course. Can you give yourself a big hand? So, how to become passionate? Simple answer. Know what you want. And you will become passionate.